Kyurem-B is an OU now? Well, damn, just when you thought things couldn't get any crazier, this guy just shows up out of nowhere. I know it's like suspect testing on the part of Smogon, and I remember the Pokemon Online server having him there too, so I don't know what's going to happen with this guy. I don't know how long he's going to be around, but man, if I run into him at any point, I'm probably going to get royally screwed. And you're probably going to see it happen. Just saying. I don't know. Anyways, cue the live narration. Hi-ho, Silver, away! Hey everybody, LeastBeat here. Welcome to my next PO Live narration. And yes, if you couldn't guess from the beginning, I was a little bit surprised and like, what? I had a what the fuck moment right there, but you know, I kind of have the right to, because like I've seen what Kyurem-B can do and stuff like that. Now, I don't know the exact impact he's going to have on the OU metagame. I mean, it's probably going to be obviously over-centralizing. It's going to be very threatening, you know, kind of like Tracheon. I don't know, like, I mean, I guess you could kind of put him like where Garchomp is, like, even though he has the rough skin ability and Sand Veil is banned. I don't know. I mean, I better get to using the Garchomp, definitely, when I go play Showdown. Because I don't know how long Garchomp's going to be around and stuff like that. And yeah, things are going to get kind of nutty. And I know people are going to be like, well, you can counter Kyurem-B. You can just use Scissor or Bullet Punch. Yeah, but you got to understand that's a check, though, not a counter. A counter is something that can pretty much switch into any one of the Pokemon's attacks, take like several hits at a time, and be able to like maybe OHKO the enemy. So yeah, you know, you have to consider that kind of thing. You know, like Roserade could probably counter like certain, you know, water types are usually countered by Roserade. Depends on, I don't know, it just depends. Like if you fight like against, what am I thinking of? Like a counter to Rotom Wash would technically be like Gastrodon. Gastrodon is pretty much immune to the Hydro Pump because of Storm Drain, is immune to Volt Switch, and the only thing it has to worry about is Hidden Power Grass, which isn't too common on Rotom Wash, if I understand correctly, or Toxic. But other than that, that's practically a counter because the Rotom can't do anything and can be stalled out by Toxic stalling Gastrodon. You know, stuff like that. It has to be something that can switch into any one of its attacks and completely shut it down. Like, it could take several hits and shut down the Pokemon completely. Kyurem-B isn't exactly the easiest thing to shut down. I mean, you have Feraldorn, you have Bronzong, and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get a lot of use now, but still, those are mainly checks. Like, a good team can, like a good team with Kyurem-B can deal with those problems easy, and then what are you going to do? I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going to rant too much about that. I mean, I'm going to get some battles, and yeah, I'm using the same OU team but before, and whatever, so I don't know. Yeah, so let's begin. What the heck? Okay, here we go. Alright, so looks like we got a Sun team of sorts with an Evire on it. Evire and Suicune. Interesting. Very interesting, actually. Now, what to lead with? I know Gallade is usually a pretty good lead, but I don't know if that's actually as good right now. I almost want to leave with Landers because it could deal with this appropriately. It's actually going to be pretty tough. I think Gallade's kind of safe, though, because I think I can take one fire attack under the sun and strike back with close combat. I'm not sure. But he goes into Salamence. He starts with Salamence, which is normally kind of annoying. But let's see what he's going to do. I don't know if this is like Choiced or with Moxie or like DD. I'm going to go to Landers regardless. I I don't know. I want to kind of go to Landorus because if it's a physical, then I could scout for that. I don't want to leave in Gallade yet because he has several things I could kill with Gallade. So I'm going to switch. And he's going to go for the Outrage, which is going to do not all that much. But I'm going to get up my Stealth Rock because, you know, Stealth Rock is going to be the most important thing in the game. And I'm going to go right for the U-turn because I'm going to expect him to switch out, not wanting to get hurt too much by his own confusion. And even if he doesn't switch, I get the switch initiative anyways because whatever I go to can deal with the Salamence appropriately. So, yeah, whoa, don't do that now. Like, I hate when the tech, like, I hate when you hover over the thing, like, is this, like, the freaking text takes up the whole darn thing. I don't know why it does, but like that. It just keeps doing that for some reason. So, yeah. That's some crazy shit though. Like Kyurem Black. I mean, I guess I should be glad that Kyurem White isn't an OU. I mean, dang, you know how scary that would be? Yeah, I think you guys would know too. But I don't know. Like, I feel like it's having that, you know, this whole power creep issue. I think some people call it a power creep issue. I mean, you know, the over-centralizing element, you know, back with, like, Escadrille and Thundurus and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where you're just like, well, you can do whatever, but it's like you could counter it, but it's just like, well, can you counter it? It's like, I don't know, like, can you counter it? It's just something to me. It's just something that you have to deal with as you should, so I don't know. Whatever. I'll do it as I go along. Now, let's see. Here's the son of and his lefty. So it's like a bulkier set. I'm going to go for the trick in this case because I want to just wear this thing down. And I get leftovers, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool, I guess. Now I'm going to go for the Bull Switch. And just go to Gallade to Revenge Kill with, Or I could just go to Scizor, why not? Yeah, I could just go to Scizor. I don't want to go into Gallade yet. Because I want to save Gallade for, like, the Venusaur or something. Even though he'll be much faster than me because of the freaking sun. I don't know, it's just weird. Sun teams might just be, like, I don't know, like, if I had my own stance on weather teams, I mean, I used, like, a rain team with Garchomp back then, but it was just, like, I don't know. He was just there to deal with, like, electric types and outspeed most of them with a Scarf. So, you know, it's just stuff like that, but I don't know. It's just one of those odd things, you know? Just one of those odd things where you kind of wish you had maybe other guys, but I don't know. Sorry if I'm not making any sense. I mean, I'm still kind of in shock, but it happens, I guess. I mean, it's always going to happen, but then again, like, the reason that, like, I don't know, as far as, like, competitive Wi-Fi battling goes, I feel like some of the issues this has was kind of similar to Yu-Gi-Oh! Somewhat. I mean, there's, like, power creeps in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. You have certain decks that are pretty much over-centralizing, I guess. Yeah, and stuff like that, and there were decks that are deemed broken or unfair or whatever, and things were pretty nutty, basically. That's just how it is. Things just were really nutty. And honestly, it's like, I don't know how, like, sometimes you have to wonder, how are you allowed to do some of the shit that you do in those decks sometimes? I mean, I played some of them and such. Like, I played Mermails and stuff like that. I played Mermail Atlanteans. I played Prophecy. I didn't play Dino Rabbit. Like, I think I did, like, one time or something. I don't remember. But either way, it was like, sometimes you wonder, like, why are you allowed to do half the shit that you do? It's kind of weird. Especially because, like, when you look at older decks like Crystal Beasts, like, what are they supposed to do? I mean, you'd have to have a really good build. They can't keep up. I kind of want to see those decks get new support. I mean, they technically did. It's called Advanced Dark. But it's like, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? They're not doing anything. But, yeah, and I kind of feel that way with Pokemon too. Like, when you have stuff like Kyurem Black, it's like, well, shit. What do you do then? When you got to deal with Kyurem Black, it's like, sheesh. You've got to build your team to counter that thing. Because you're probably going to see it on every team. Just my thought. I haven't run into it yet, which is kind of weird. I thought I would run into it right now, but yeah, you would run into that, and then you'd have to figure out what to do about it. It's kind of weird. Like, will you have easy outs? Will you always have the Ferrothorn? Will they have a Magnezone to trap your Ferrothorn, OHKO it with Hidden Fire, and then you'd be screwed? I don't know. That's just something you have to think about. You have to think about that. Like, you have to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen. You don't want to lose your... You don't want to lose your freaking your check or counter to Kyurem Black, especially if it's like a mix set or something and it can just switch things up a bit. I don't know. I mean, I guess the thing with Kyurem Black, it's like it's really slow. This is just what I understand or whatever, but I don't know. I feel like it doesn't justify anything. Like, who knows? Maybe he's not as broken as everyone thinks. Maybe he's perfectly fine. I don't know. This is just something I've thought about. It's weird, but I don't know. It's just one of those weird things, you know? And wow, that was kind of weird. Life Orb KO. That was awkward. GG, man. Yeah, see ya. Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon kind of has a similar thing where, you know, there's going to be complaints about things being overly unfair and stuff, you know, being banned or maybe being unfairly banned or something. I don't know. I feel like it's going to have that same issue, or it has that same issue. And then there's also the whole, you know, constructive feedback. I kind of have to wonder, like, I think one of the main problems I had with the I guess community, if you want to call it that, is like, sometimes people are just not satisfied with whatever you do, no matter what. Like, if you upload OU matches or whatever, like, I mean, I can understand why people hate OU sometimes. Like, it isn't fun to see the same stuff over and over and over and over again. But, I don't know, like, honestly, it happens, I guess. It's just something that you have to deal with. I mean, you know, like, Genesec's on every team, you have to get used to it. I mean, it's just one of those things where you have to be ready for it, you know? You have to, like, if you're expecting Genesect on, like, every team, oh my god, Heat Wave. And a burn, oh my god, I'm doing fantastic right now, damn. Woo! That was nice, wasn't it? That was kind of nice, wasn't it? But I don't know. But anyways, I was saying, when it comes to, like, when you upload, like, OU, I know people are going to find it boring because it's the same every time. I mean, I do like to change it up. I like to bring things that aren't common. I mean, Glade isn't something you just see in OU nowadays. I mean, he was in BL back in Gen 4, and I think it was UU. If I remember right, I think he was in UU at one point in Gen 4, but obviously he was way too powerful, and he had to go. So, I don't know. It's just weird. I kind of think... I think that for the most part, Glade is just, like, really underrated. I mean, I think he has potential to be really good in OU, but you kind of have to know what you're doing with him. You can't just throw him on a team, especially when... Like, if you're just going to use... Like, you want to use Glade for his coverage. I mean it. You want to use him for coverage. Like, he has crazy good coverage. He has freaking... You know, he's got freaking close combat. He has Psycho Cut. His stabs are nice. He has really nice stab. And, honestly, when you're able to take on... You could basically maybe 2-hit KO a Gliscor or something like that with Ice Punch. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And I think... Now, I guess the problem with Glade is his speed. It's kind of lackluster. It's like base 80 or whatever. And he's not the fastest thing in the world either, but I don't know. I think it's just like he's just really underlooked sometimes. And, yeah. Whoa, he had the red card. Well, shoot. Ooh, damn. I dodged that one without a scratch. And I'm getting Stealth Rock up. He missed the Rock Slide. But yeah, like when you use stuff like when I'm using stuff like Glade, it isn't just because I like him. I think he has potential, but you kind of have to like know what you're doing, and I guess that goes for any Pokemon too. So I don't know, give him a try, I guess, and tell me how he works out for you. I know you can run like Bulk Up. I used to run that, but I'm not a fan of it anymore because I don't think I'd ever have the time to set up. At least unless it's like against stall or something, I could set up a sub and just sweep. But again, that might not even happen. They may have a certain Pokemon to counter that. You know? And yeah, I mean, you kind of wish you could say the same about Kyurem Black or whatever, but I don't know. It's weird. The whole power creep thing, it seems kind of it's kind of weird. Like I'm expecting this to get really shitty, and then there's gonna be a lot of complaints, and I'm gonna be kind of upset too because dang, why did this happen? Why did that happen? But in the end, I mean, it's just a game, you know? I mean, I kind of want to have fun with this game again, and that's why I'm coming back to it, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, I haven't uploaded as frequent. It's because I'm trying to make time or whatever. And yeah, I don't know. Like, what I'm gonna try to get other tier matches too, like RU, because I know there were also tier changes done to that tier as well. Like, Virizion, I think Virizion Tornadus. Like, the regular Tornadus form is in UU. I mean, I know about, like, some of the other stuff. Like, I knew about the move tutor and stuff. I didn't know, like, about the new changes as of late, but I knew, like, some other changes, like Scrafty and Mienshao. I knew about them and stuff, so I don't know. Oh, he closed the window. Oh, okay. I'm going to get one more match and then call it a video. Jeez, these go by these go by fast. My last one was like over half an hour. I don't know if I want it to be that long again. But I don't know, maybe that's what it's going to be. I don't know. All right, looks like we got another rain team with the Volcarona. I'm thinking this is running I know I've seen some rain teams with Volcarona. I forget exactly what they do though. I almost want to say it takes advantage of the opponent's sun, but I don't know. I could be wrong about this because I seem to be wrong about everything nowadays, but it's all good. And, yeah, I'm going to lead with my Rose Raid. And not a good idea, to be honest. Actually, I could just go into my, my Meloetta, geez. Speak proper English. Maybe you'll be able to do that. I don't know. Maybe you can speak proper English. Lead speed. Come on. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a sub here. In case he wants to switch. And if he wants to switch, that's fine. Because I got two things to kill this. Thing with. I got T-Bolt and I got Psyshock. Oh, wow, and I got a para. Nice. That's awesome. It's going to go to Politoed, and I'm going to kill it. Or actually, I'm probably not going to kill it because this might be a specially defensive one. Or not. I just kill him. That's cool. Wow, this video might be a little shorter after all. Harmonia is amazing. I think this is another underrated Pokemon, kind of. Like, I love the sub-calm minding set. I really do. Because some teams just aren't ready for it. It's crazy, I know. Oh, nice. And I'm just going to go for the Psyshock since it hits the physical defensive stat. So I might be able to OHKO it after that. And I do. Nice. Oh, man. So, what was the... I forgot what I was talking about. This just goes to show how much of a tangent I go on sometimes. I talked about Kyurem Black, what I thought about Kyurem Black. Is he going to be over-centralizing? I am thinking he will. Because that's what happens. That's usually what happens. When you add new stuff, sometimes it's kind of over-centralizing. I mean, Genesect's already over-centralizing. I mean, like, every team's got a Genesect on it. Like, almost every team I've seen so far. Like on YouTube, if I watch Wi-Fi battles on YouTube, there's a chance that at least one of the players has a Genesect. Now, am I hating people for that? No. I mean, it's gonna be annoying, but it's just like, you know, what happens? It's kind of like, you know, back in like Gen 4 where it was like Latios was everywhere, like every team had it or something, and it got really over centralizing and it was so good and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. Like, what are you guys' thoughts about, like, Kyurem Black, this whole power creep thing that's been going on, and do you think things are getting a little too crazy or something? I don't know. This is something that I've thought about before I even did the live narration. It was just like, how do you like, how do you deal with that stuff? But I don't know. But anyways, that's it for this video, guys. Next time when I do this, I'm gonna be on Pokemon Showdown. So yeah, for those who wanted me to do Showdown as well, that will be the next Pokemon video. And I'm not sure if that's gonna be next or if it's gonna be a Yu-Gi-Oh video. I don't know. I'll decide that when I get there and stuff like that. So anyways, Speed signing out. Peace. Kyurem Black and OU? What?